we've lost 255 pounds combined with no loose skin, and we've managed to keep it off for over 2 years. So there is some testimony to what we're saying and some truths too.
I've kept it off for longer than 2 years, girl.
Sorry, can't
Yeah.
relate. Haven't been alive long enough to say that.
Well, I mean, after your birth was my last biggest weight loss, and that was 19 years ago. Almost 20. You're almost 20, Penelope.
Okay, so one thing me and mom do every day is consistent cardio. And I remember when I started doing this, I was like, am I gonna have to do this for the rest of my life?
And I was like, yeah.
And I had no idea, but you know what? You kind of start to fall in love with the process of doing hard things every day because it kind of just becomes part of life. And it makes the other hard things you go through in life that isn't the hour of exercise you have to do out of the 24 hours in a day.
I think if you're not challenging yourself every day, you're actually not growing, you're not becoming stronger, and you're not becoming resilient, which is the number one indicator of how well you're going to do in life. So consistent cardio is really important. Climbing up mountains, maybe if you're consistently doing that, maybe put a weight backpack on while you're doing it, or go up faster, change your pace. Like changing up the cardio and including it every day in different ways. Like sometimes it's explosive, sometimes it's long, slow, and consistent. Sometimes you're swimming, sometimes you're walking, sometimes you're running, sometimes you're rowing, you know, like whatever it is. Like you got to change it up, but I think it's a really key point to staying strong, staying lean, and it's also really good for your mind.
Number 2 is high quality protein. To me, this is literally like Ozempic because you just won't be that hungry all day. If you're eating protein throughout the day that's high quality, that means grass-fed, grass-finished, regenerative, kosher, all those things. If you can find it, corn-free, soy-free,
Grass-fed,
100% organic, not
grass-fed,
organic.
grass-finished.
100%.
Listen, if you can't afford that, there's other ways to get high quality protein because that can be really expensive, what she's describing, but it is actually the safest way to get high quality protein. We also have a couple of protein powders that we love, so hit us up in the comments below if you want to know the protein powders that we use on the reg. We've made a lot of mistakes with that, gained weight with the wrong protein powders, so definitely hit us up for our suggestions if you're interested in it. But high quality protein, like if you're not full 4 hours after eating, chances are you either didn't eat enough or you didn't have enough nutrients or you didn't eat the right quality of protein to keep your body satisfied because your cells are hungry and they're going to ask for food. And if you're not giving your body the right kind of food, then your body's going to have cravings and whatnot. So having high quality protein is a great resource at any age for cellular building, for hormonal balance, for weight loss, for metabolic health, for cellular rejuvenation, for healthy DNA replication, for disease prevention. But the topic of protein is a complex one. The third tip that we have is one that's probably a little less common, and that is regulating your emotions. One of the things that I've seen throughout my lifetime, because I grew up in an eating disordered household, and I was surrounded by Weight Watchers lecturers, Weight Watchers meetings, Overeaters Anonymous meetings, and regulating your emotions has got to be the top thing to keep the weight off and to end dieting forever. And that's what we do in our program. We teach you a little bit about this. And regulating your emotions is important because we're usually stuffing our emotions down when we're overweight or obese. And we're using food as a way to regulate our emotions. So we have to find new ways to tolerate our emotions, to process our emotions, to figure out what to do with them because they are there. Just like the sun rises and the clouds are there, emotions are going to be there. So when you get angry, when you get frustrated, when you get sad, when you get lonely, like stop going to food. And this is one way that you and I have been able to resource ourselves differently and not go to food for those kinds of satisfactions. That means healthier relationships. That means stress management. That means understanding the activities that you love outside of cooking, which you still love to do, and I love to do. But we also love to do other things.
Yeah. Number 4 is hydration. Something mom has taught me a lot about. I remember when I used to be 320 pounds, she'd be like, Penelope, drink more water. And I'd be like, my knee hurts, I have a headache. Drink more water, drink more water. She was right. Being hydrated has helped me lose weight. It's helped me keep it off. It's helped me be less hungry, have glowing skin, have more energy. No one really realizes the power of water until they realize they're chronically dehydrated and they start drinking more water and they're like, wow, I feel so much better.
Yeah, you have so much more energy. There's a great book called Your Body's Many Cries for Water. I highly recommend it. And it was so funny because every time you had an issue, you'd come in the kitchen and you'd like prerequisite, you'd say, okay, mom, I have I had enough water. You tell me exactly how much you'd had before you could complain.
I would even get like, what was it, 128-ounce bottle? That's how annoying she became, that I literally was like, okay, I'm gonna get a 128-ounce bottle. I'm gonna drink more water than you, Mom, and I'm gonna show you that I'm the most hydrated in this house.
And you're like, why am I peeing like every 15 minutes? That was a really funny bottle, Penelope. It was the biggest bottle I'd ever seen. I was like, whoa.
And then your friend later on made a joke about people with those massive water bottles, and I just,
giving themselves back problems.
and they didn't know that I used to have one of these bottles. So I'm sitting there like, oh my gosh, I literally have these bottles.
There are extremes to everything. And you know what? Like losing weight, at some point we do have to laugh at ourselves because everything gets so heavy and serious and like, oh.
Heavy and serious. That's like the funniest thing.
It's
I
true.
can't believe you just said that.
Well, it's true. I mean,
Heavy?
Penelope, I've been in this conversation for as long as I can remember, like from the minute I was born.
Okay.
And I know how complex losing weight can be. And that's why we created the Step It Up method, the method that Penelope used to lose 155 pounds, the method that hundreds of women have used to lose the weight and keep it off forever. And so we would love to support you if you feel like you're ready. It's only $47 a month. I mean, we are just like wanting to serve and help. And you're just getting us. It's like real people, real food, real talk, no bots or AI. Like it's actually us live. So if you're ready, just click at the link in the description and sign up today. We'll get you started. And I'd love to hear how you keep the weight off or even what you're committed to. Starting a conversation in the comments because we love your comments. We read them all and we really appreciate you. So don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.
And we'll see you all the time.
We help women to beat obesity with our Step It Up system in just 90 days. Click the link in the description to learn how to lose weight without drugs like Ozempic.